What is up, guys, and today we're going to be taking a look at a phone, specifically a budget phone. This is the Picasso by Bluboo, sort of a funny name, and it goes for about 90 bucks, dropping it comfortably into the budget phone category. Now, obviously you're going to expect a lot less out of this phone compared to any mid to high range one, but let's just see how this thing does. So right off the bat, this phone is rocking a 5-inch 720p display, so it doesn't look super crisp, but it definitely looks decent enough. As well, the viewing angles and colors on this thing are all good. I just wish the whites were a little less dull. As well, this isn't the brightest display ever, so you might have a little bit of trouble reading it in sunlight. Overall, this phone's display is just decent, but it works perfectly fine, because if you're buying a phone for about 90 bucks, you're probably not going to be too critical about some of these things anyway. The internals on this phone definitely seem better on paper as well. Inside you'll find an MTK 6580 quad-core processor, 2 gigs of RAM, and a Mali 400MP GPU, which all sounds pretty cool, right? Wrong. I mean, this thing can run basic games and apps and whatnot, but as soon as any game that required just a little bit of power to run was used, the phone would literally play it in slow motion with a not so great frame rate. And you could definitely tell the phone was just struggling. That, along with the occasional hiccups in menus and stuff, really just made it feel like there's only 1 gig of RAM. It felt like they had 1.1 gigs of RAM, and they were like, hey, you know what? Let's just round this up to 2, why not? But anyway, this thing has enough processing power to do all your basic stuff. As well, it's currently running Android 5.1, which has been treating me well, and it comes with 16 gigs of storage. But if that's not enough for you, then you can pop the back off and pop an SD card in. Next to those, you will also find your dual SIM card slots, so that's pretty cool too. Both the front and back cameras are 8 megapixels and, well, they're not really the best. You can really tell they're cheap cameras. They basically look like what people use to take pictures of Bigfoot or aliens. But I will say I do like that automatic beauty mode on the front-facing camera. It was sure to fix up my face real good. Also inside the Picasso is a 2500 mAh battery, which always tends to last me a pretty good amount of time. As well, standby time is pretty awesome too. The one thing I don't like about this battery though is how long it takes to charge this damn thing. I plugged this phone in at 5%, went to the bathroom, drove to Target, graduated high school, got married, had 2 kids, came back, and it was on 6%. Now obviously that's a joke, but this battery sure does charge slow. Now taking a look at the speakers, they're actually really good for a budget phone. They don't have any bass or anything, but they're decently loud and crisp. And now for easily the worst part of this phone. Are you ready? It's the back. Specifically, the material it's made out of. It's plastic, right? And plastic is fine and cool and all, but it's the texture of this plastic that drives me crazy. Here, I actually have the phone right here. Let me take it out and scratch the back into the mic, and you can hear what it sounds like. That's right, that sound. No one likes that sound unless you're a real weirdo. And also, it just doesn't feel great, and it feels pretty cheap, and I think just a plain smooth plastic would have been a much better choice. So overall, this phone does feel pretty decent in the hand, except for the back. The display is good, specs are and you better not be buying this for the camera because you're probably gonna die after you see the quality. And everything else that I didn't mention now is just pretty decent with this phone. Also, one thing I would recommend installing Google Launcher on this thing when you get it, because honestly, the launcher it comes with is just butt ugly. For about 90 bucks, would I recommend you buy this phone? No, probably not. I think you should probably just spend a little bit more and get something better. If you're like me, you're looking at your phone a lot, and if you're going to be pulling that thing out of your pocket every 5 seconds for the next year, it'd be worth to invest at least just a bit more. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in checking this phone out, feel free to go click on that link in the description. As well, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more weekly content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.